Time for another board game review. This time we have a card game, and it is called Dirty Neighbors. This game is not for you. Ooh. This was sent to me by Tim Stahl, who is the publisher of the game. He self-published it. It's a nice, neat package. Maybe the marketing packaging is a little too edgy for me, but it's cool. It's cool. I will admit I was a little skeptical when I heard the name and kind of like saw the cover, because I thought it kind of would be like kind of like Cards Against Humanity, which, you know, is fun, but it is a little, you can sometimes tries a little hard to be too like shocking and crass or whatever. But no, this was actually a really good time. The game is incredibly simple, and I like that about it. It's a very cheeky and chill little game. Even the rule book is like, there's no real way to play this. They offer you some like variations, but otherwise it's very much about just kind of like the experience, not about winning. So the game is simple. Everybody's sitting around, and you draw a card, and it says, okay, player to your right has used blank as a sex toy more than once. And what you do is everyone has pieces of paper. Everyone has to fill in that blank, writing down on the paper about that person. Have the person read them. Whichever is the one's the funniest wins, and you go on to the next person. The next person draws a card. The card will apply to one of their dirty neighbors, and you keep going. And that's it. That's the game. Very simple. I'll read off a few of the other cards here, just so you can get a little bit of sense of what kind of questions there are. Player of your choice finds it hard to believe that blank are real. Player to your right cries every time the movie blank is on TV. Player second to your left has been known to gargle with blank. So again, it's not just raunchy stuff. There's a whole myriad of types of blanks to fill. You can score the game. The rule book offers a few ways. What we did was we had the person who the card was about choose a winner, and then we also had everybody vote on what they thought was the funniest card. So we would give like 2 people votes, or one person would get 2 points if they got the popular vote and the person's vote. But it's not about winning at all. The only thing that I'm concerned about with this game, not concerned, but my one little but for this game is that it feels like a game that really works best with a group of close friends. I can't really imagine myself playing this game with someone I didn't know that well, because a lot of the humor from our group was writing down just like stuff that was relevant to that person, because we all knew each other really well. And so it was fucking hilarious. We were dying. But if you were playing it with people you didn't know as well, then you'd have to be more like, it'd be a different game, I guess. You'd have to be kind of like clever and like, no, that's still tough, because the cards are set up so that it's about that person. So I feel like with this game, it would only really work if you played it with close friends, which is fine, but it's not like a Cards Against Humanity game where you can play that with pretty much anybody. Yeah, it benefits from having people you know well, but you can just play a card with a word on it, and that's the game. This offers a little more like personal thought into it. So take that into account if you're thinking about this game. It comes with paper to write on. There's an exclusive add-on pack. I didn't include this in the review, but it has little dry erase pens and dry erase boards, but I think the paper is fine. It also comes with more cards. Also, if your friends are, let's say, how can I put this? Not super creative, this game might fall flat, but that applies to a lot of these types of games where you have to make up answers on the spot. So there is maybe a little more pressure because you don't have just like Cards Against Humanity, just like a card to play. You kind of have to put some thought into it. What I also like about this game is it works online. I played this with some friends, online friends as well, over Skype. And what we did was we just had like a little diagram of like where we were sitting in a circle, and then I would just draw a card for each of them. And then it would apply to another person, and then that was it. Like, you really don't even need to be in the same room to enjoy this game. And so it's a lot of fun. You get to see what your friends think about you, and sometimes they get to, you know, insult you a little bit, or sometimes they get to bring up like an old joke or whatever. Man, we were gonna play this only for like a little bit. We played it for like hours. Like, it was a really good time. And that is Dirty Neighbors. I recommend it. It's got, I think, more to it than, say, a Cards Against Humanity type game, because it makes you have to be creative and makes you think about your friends. So if you don't like that kind of high pressure stuff, it might not be for you. But if that sounds like your bag, check it out because we had a great time. Good shit.